Hello to you, my fellow Dark Ones. How are you guys doing today? How's life? Welcome to another episode of Meatballcraft. Today is the day that we are going to get the inventory panel from Ender.io. At first I thought it's going to be a bit of a grind, but so far nothing I have seen in the recipes have been changed. I just need as many grains of infinity as I can so that I can make a compressed block so that I can put it inside the sag mill, put it on a loop and get infinite amounts of grains of infinity. I thought I have one more flint and steel. I was wrong, but that is already 100 or so. Yeah, I do have a sag mill. It's taking the compressed block of grains of infinity, it's pulverizing it, and in return there is a chance of getting a grain of infinity. And of course, some of these, the infinity dust. And there's also a crafter which is compressing the blocks again and putting it inside the sag mill. This is a temporary setup, later on we're gonna move it. But in the meantime, I have made some soul machine chassis, and some more industrial machine chassis, and 2 more sag mills. They're always useful. If you guys remember last episode, I did mention that we're going to have a bit of a problem in getting to the inventory management system from Ender.io because one recipe has been changed, and that is the slice and splice. That requires conductive powder, which we already have. We just need someone's head. Any head will do. And don't you worry, I have been making all the alloys. The problem is that I don't remember where they are. This is why I truly need to have an inventory management system. Also, for the moment, we're out of good capacitors, so we go with garbage. Garbage is good. Another thing is that if you have been observant, I have upgraded my sword with beheading. That is because I needed one Enderman head, and thankfully that one has EMC. I upgraded it last episode and I did manage to get an Enderman head. That is because now we can make a soul binder. Endermen are incredibly rare. I only saw 2 of them and thankfully one of them dropped a head. I think they have tweaked the loot tables in this mod pack, so nothing is very grindy, which is good. Anyways, the reason that we needed a slice and splice and a soul binder is that, well, first we need to make the ender resonator and then the sentient ender, which does require a witch. So let us get ourselves a few soul vials. Just a few. Fuse quartz has EMC, Solium does not. I need to be able to find a witch. Yeah, I don't really think finding them at night is a very good idea. Yeah, later on we want to generate power using zombies, so let's gather the zombies. Oh, they spawn here. Okay, you come with me. I didn't know these are the new witches' huts. But there is a dragon. That means we're out. I am back from adventuring. And we have our ender resonator. And if I have not done anything wrong, that should be the sentient ender. That's fast. Very fast. So the rest of this should be like super easy. Oh, the rest of that is not super easy. Because in order to make a stupid eye of the ender, it has EMC. I don't need an eternal sphere every time. Okay, we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the inventory panel from Ender.io. No more garbage storage. Although we're not really done, we still need to provide this guy with nutrient distillation and also try to make these inventory system storage. The bigger the better. I have made 6 huge inventory storage systems. And yes, the 6th one is over here. All of these machines are going to require power, so I have hooked up this one to power, but the inventory panel requires nutrient distillation in order to function. Hence, I have a vat. And I was just trying to test. Apparently, you just need to have data conduits and item conduits. The data conduit is going to connect the inventory panel into the inventory system, and the item conduit has to be on insert and extract. Redstone doesn't have to be enabled, so you can put the items inside very slowly. We need upgrades, and yeah, it goes into the system. 64 items. Perfect. Then let me try to set it up in a more permanent location, you know, inside our base. I just did some exploration and this is an emerald chicken. Obviously we take it home. I'm actually just looking for extra witches, that's it. I have already set up our inventory panel and we have an extra tank for nutrient distillation, which I think we're out of ingredients. Don't mind the hole, I'm making cables. Yeah, we were out of ingredients, but that is fine. I do have the storages over here, we have our vat over here, which I will later automate. And I have already transferred every single item that we had. So I'm really happy. I don't have to go through chests ever again. And in celebration for our victory, we shall have some purple banners with dragons. That looks weird. Oh, and by the way, that is a stone transmutation table. You can put it on the wall. The reason I wanted more witches is that I want more sentient enders. But not a crazy amount, just 2 more. That's it. Anyways, the gist of it is I want an extra inventory panel so that I can do Thaumcraft research, which I didn't know you can dye them as well. Interesting. But one of the other things that I really want to try and craft is the inventory panel remote. The first tier is obviously garbage, it just works 5 chunks, but the rest of them should be better. But we have to make the garbage one first. It's a bit laggy when you're crafting, which is weird. So the garbage tier does require a travel anchor, which we can craft, and that's it, a few pressure plates. So there you go. We have a remote. I think you have to link it. Yep, it does require nutrient distillation and some power. How do we make power? Can I charge you in here? Oh yeah, I can. Okay. And yes, we have access to our system. Perfect. We need some batteries or capacitor banks or something. Yeah, there is something called an inventory charger from Ender.io, and I think it holds 5 million RF. That should be good enough. It's nice that our base is taking some shape, and yes, I have installed the additional inventory panel up here for Thaumcraft. Because you know, when you're doing some research, you always need different types of crystals and different items, and it's just easier to search for them. At least that's what I think. But we are also going to have a very small expansion to our base. Just a bit. And I will explain to you why, very shortly. Also, it's always a good idea to have 2 doors to your house so that someone breaks in, you can break out from the other side. Although in our case, it's probably gonna be a dragon and there's no escape. I came for some decorative blocks and I had to pay a very small visit to the Between Lands. I needed shears. And yes, torches here don't really work, so I use glowstone. But I did manage to find some sulfur. From now on, we can make torches. Yes, we have the shears. Because I used to think the other shears work. Oh, these ones do. Okay, that's good. The first thing that I wanted was to have a bit of a pond over here, because I did find some piranhas. Piranhas are nice, aren't they? One of the things that you guys might notice is that we do have the Corel's tombstones mod in this mod pack. So we're going to have more graves. I also need souls to enchant my grave key so that I don't have to walk back every time. However, as you guys probably know, it's not very ethical to bury someone who's alive. So my dearest Urkel, have fun. Maybe we should help the piranhas a bit. Yeah, but welcome to the graveyard. Give me a soul, please. 2 graves is better than 1 grave. So my dearest Lord Rowe, I'm sorry. It has to be done. Welcome to the club. Oh, I dug the grave too early. We help. Yeah, much better. Okay, first off, I'm going to make the graves look nice, don't you worry. Secondly, the visa section for the graveyard might need a bit of tweaking, so that it's a one-way in only. We don't want people to get out, that's the point. But that's actually not the most important thing that I wanted to do. The most important thing that I wanted to do was regarding the smeltery. In this mod pack, we do have something called Tinker's IO, and that's going to make the smeltery super amazing. And it is very true that we have alloy smelters and we would be able to make some furnaces, but I think the smeltery can be more useful. Especially if you want to make, I don't know, like 100 blocks of Invar. So let's move it to a more permanent location. Well, before I move the smeltery, I'm going to need way more seared bricks, and thankfully Tinker's IO has something called fuel input machine. So you can give it speed upgrades, you can give it solid fuel, and then when you want to smelt stuff, it's gonna be super fast. That's an amazing speed. Then we have the smart outputs. On their own, they're quite amazing, but they will be more amazing if we get the slot upgrades. The problem is that in order to get the maximum slot upgrade, to make these guys go crazy, we need night slime. I have found 2 sky islands in order to get the slimes that we need, so let's pay them a visit. And I seriously need to do something about the dragons. Really. My main issue is that so far I cannot use a bow. Oh, there's an enderman. I don't see them that often. Yes, as I was saying, I cannot use a bow, and I believe that's a skill that I have to unlock. And well, making a shuriken so far was very difficult. I think I have found rosite. Okay, we will check it once we get home. First, we shall visit our slimy friends. They're pretty high. Yeah. Am I there? Perfect. No slimes. Oh, a teeny tiny one. Hello. I come in peace. Let's go to the other one. The other one should have purple slime. Yes, yes. Very purple. I like purple. I should do that with my sword, it's easier. Although all of the slimes have EMC, so we don't need that many. I can eat that. Nice. We do have spice of life in this mod pack, so I need to eat a lot of food. If I eat like 50 more types of food, I'm going to get 4 more hearts. That's the problem with the wing. You spawn on the roof. So yes, as it turns out, I could have made a shuriken. We found rosite when we were looking for corallium pearls. You made a mess. I didn't really want to kill dragons, but they're very close to our base. And I'm scared. That's it. Let's take some blood. Good. And then we take the bones. Although I took a lot of damage from 2 dragons. The shuriken is made out of red matter, bone for extra damage, thaumium for extra modifier, and I think manulin. Yep. cold-blooded and insatiable. And yes, it's already at expert level and I made it unbreakable. I don't know what you want to say, but that went surprisingly well. I did die once. Oh my dear circle, now you have a soul. I had to walk back twice. Having the shuriken made me a bit more brave, so I thought maybe we should visit the nether. That's actually one of the things that we're looking for. It's a purple blaze or something, and he didn't drop it. Okay, we need it for one of the ruins in Botania, that's it. This time we try the sword. Has looting. Okay, he doesn't die. Well, there is another one. We try again. I should seriously put looting on the shuriken. I guess we can try this again, and this time with fire resistance. Well, this is an expert mode, but it also needs a lot of adventuring, so yeah, we have to do these things, which is also fun. I really like that. Who wants to just sit in front of a machine for hours and hours and hours? A nether fortress, finally. We can get some skulls, and some nether stores maybe. One day. Well, I do see something purple. Can you damage me now? No, I have fire resistance. Yes. Purple blaze. And that was a quest. Lovely. So far our trip was a success, and yes, I have upgraded the smeltery and I'm making tons of alloys using Tinker's IO. It's good for making Constantan, Bronze, Invar and Electrum. And it's decently fast, so can't really complain. I have also placed down the emerald chickens that we found. The problem is, there is something called a roost, which you kind of have to put them inside, but it does require awakened draconium. So I think for the moment they're just gonna be garbage. I thought maybe we should focus on the power generation, and I just heard a lovely sound. We do have the Fishes Undead mod in this mod pack, and I'm looking for that thing. Yeah, and he didn't drop it, which is fine. There is another one, he didn't drop it as well. It's fine. We will find what we want, don't you worry. Hello, big boy. You're gonna drop it, right? This could take some time. Hello? Finally, we found it. The undead heart. And now they keep spawning. I heard you. We all heard you. We should really disable block breaking for dragons. Look at this mess. So basically the item that I was looking for was the Undying Heart. There are two things that we can craft with it, the Molten Heart and the Golden Heart. I really wanted to have two of them, but that didn't happen, so we have to pick one. The Golden Heart is going to give us regeneration and also repair our items, but this is the one that we're looking for, the Molten Heart, because that's going to allow us to make a potion of molten lava. Another very small thing that we're looking for can be located in a jungle temple. This looks weird. We're gonna be shot. Don't you worry. And then there is a secret chest somewhere? Yes. Well, I didn't find it. It's fine. We find another one. Well, thankfully, when we spawned, there was a massive jungle and I found another temple. Nope. Another dead end. But capacitors are nice. Yes. We found it. The rest I don't really care. We just teleport back home. We are in a creative world because I wanted to check something, and I should have probably checked that a bit earlier, because if I was wrong, our entire progression was for nothing. So a lot of you guys already know this, but if you find a cow and you have the potion of molten lava, you can give the cow some fire resistance and feed him the potion. That gives you Mugmao, and two of them, which is great. And what do these guys do? Well, you can use a bucket and milk them for lava. Or in this case, you can use an animal rancher with speed upgrades and you get a crazy amount of lava. These are a set of 8 magmatic dynamos. This is the best that we can afford at this very moment, and it can generate 600 RF per tick, each one of them. So that's going to be a way better source of power. Welcome back to our own world. And yes, I have moved the smeltery to a more permanent location, and I have also installed the Charset mod, so that we can place down ingots. It's fun. This is bronze, electrum, aluminium, brass, and also signalum. You don't make signalum inside the smeltery, you have to do it inside an alloy smelter, but it looked nice, so I put it over there. Those are for decorations. We have way more over here, don't you worry. However, a very small problem. You might notice that we have 2 undying hearts. How is that possible? So apparently I made a boo-boo. I was editing the footage of last episode, and do you remember that Undertaker that we killed? Right over there. He already dropped an undying heart. So I spent 1.5 hours trying to get an undying heart for today, and I wasted that time for nothing. We already had one. Well, what that basically means is that I can have the golden heart. That should repair my items, right? Oh yes, it's literally like the repair talisman. I don't need mending. Doesn't work with tinkers. Is the main problem. Oh, you take damage now. Oops. And you can repair it. Jerk. Anyways, that part is not very important. What we wanted was the molten heart, because that's going to give us the potion of molten lava. Perfect. Let's go find the cow. There is a nature score over here, so there should be a lot of passive animals. Where's the cow? There was always a cow. Did I eat the cow and I don't remember? Well, it's fine. There are more cows. Drink. Thank you. I also have mob imprisonment tools, so you come with me. It has been a bit of time later and our cows have grown. It takes around 20 minutes. So here's what we're going to do. There is no way in this universe that we can have wireless technology for transferring RF. Draconic energy crystals are possible to an extent, but here's what we're going to do. We're going to have ender tanks, and I thought they're going to be orange. Oh, they're not. I used an orange wool. I was expecting it to be orange. Well, that is perfectly fine. We can dye them orange. So we cannot transfer the power, but we can transfer the lava through ender tanks. And wherever we need power, we can just set up some dynamos for the moment. Oh, and by the way, I made some upgrades. I do have a feeling that the cows are going to be extremely loud, so here is a muffler. And we're under our base by maybe like 20 blocks or something. And I really hope I have everything on me. But we shall have the 2 dynamos, like so. Fear not, I do have a wrench. And for the moment I have made 2 hardened upgrade kits. You know, so that we can upgrade the dynamos by a bit. And that was the only bit. So an ender tank, and we just need to kickstart everything with some power. Yep. We're getting lava. Oh, and yes. Most importantly, the dynamos need some water. So this should be a self-sufficient system, and we shall have lava. Infinitely. The magmatic dynamo by default does not require water, but I have installed an augment which will increase the power generation. So yeah, it needs a bit of water, but very cool. We're done. In the comment section of the first episode, I have received some amazing tips. We're not gonna do any of them. No, I'm joking. The most relevant tip at this very moment is that whenever you want to craft something, craft them in very large quantities. So I'm making tons of alloys over at our smeltery, and I am making also tons more using the alloy smelters over here, bronze and electrum. While they're cooking up, I'm going to do some mining. There are a few ingredients that I need, and there's also a mob drop. So if you look at the recipe of the Draconic core, yes, we are going to need a lot of draconium, we need crystalline, which is relatively easy to make, and we also need something called corrupted stone, which comes from corrupted shards, dropped by mobs that spawn below Y level 11. So I don't really know. I'm also looking for some nickel. If we manage to find that mob, we're also going to have some draconic energy crystals. If not, I'm just going to have my platinum. That's it. So see you in around half an hour. Wait a minute. I just got endstone. How? Oh, there's a bee. Yeah. Well, that was lucky. Are you kidding me? That's an undead swine. Oh my goodness. That also drops the undying heart. Well, he didn't drop it, but I didn't know that they spawn underground, is the thing. Okay. That's one of the things that we're looking for. Hello, beautiful. You're purple. Okay, so purple is tough. I need a soul. Let's teleport back. Don't kill me. We shall use the shuriken. You have 300 health, but at least you dropped the shards. I have done a bit of mining and things can be improved by a bit. There are not that many runes that we can craft from Botania, but the rune of mana is possible. There you go. With the rune of mana, we should be able to make the botanical brewery, and we should get some mana glass. Perfect. That is going to give us mana glass vials. So these are potions, but they're slightly more powerful. First off, they're always extended, and you might notice that it has 4 uses left. So you can use one of them for 4 times. Since I'm also trying to hunt some mobs, I really want it to be dark, so let's get an outsight. That's night vision. Also, the hammer breaks constantly, so can we have some reinforcements? Lovely. And I do have a feeling you can put looting on the shuriken. Yes, you can. Perfect. That is now looting 3. Lovely. I'll go do some mining. I think I'm done with mining. We're filthy rich. And I mean really filthy. Actually, the main reason that I came down here was to get nickel. Oh, we only have like 38. I wanted nickel in order to get platinum and to make some indirium, that's it. I guess for the moment that will do. I want to be able to make as many upgrade kits as possible, so I decided to come to the trial chambers in the nether. Because you know, there are bliss spawners here and it's also very close to the portal, so I was thinking why not. So far we have 64 and 7. I guess that's good enough. We can go home. Inventory management is a bit of a problem, but here is one stack of reinforced upgrade kits. And here is the second stack. Now here comes the important part, Signalum. Thankfully we do have a decent supply of bliss powder, and unfortunately I can't really afford the dark matter. And I'm just getting the quest. Awesome. We should have a teeny tiny bit more emeralds. I have been mining. We have a lot of emeralds. So yeah, we can have 1 stack of the Signalum upgrade kit. Then I guess I have to do something about the EMC. But let us get our 1 stack. Yep, at this very moment, we are going to have 10 magmatic dynamos. Each of them, of course, is going to be the Signalum version, like so. They will also receive an augment so that they will produce more power in return for coolant. I only made 10. I needed 20. My bad. I'm really garbage at math. I'm sorry. Or maybe I just have a garbage memory because I wanted to go with 1 row, then I decided to go with 2 rows. Anyways, let us forget about my memory. The only thing that we have to do is to provide all of these guys with lava. Oh, and the water is going in, right? Yeah. We should be generating around 600 RF per tick. Oh, horologium. Again. I thought I killed you. That was near our base. Also, I'm going to disable the dragons from breaking blocks. It's gonna make a huge mess, and suddenly everybody decides to attack me. Anyways, the reason that we are in the village is that we're looking for this guy, the engineer. Let me get some emeralds. We want to do some trades. I guess I buy a wrench. Why not? And you are selling me the energy relay. Perfect. The gist of it is that we have 20 magmatic dynamos, and if I'm not wrong, that should give us 12,000 RF, right? At our current configuration, obviously. So having a Draconic energy relay crystal is going to be super helpful for me. The problem is that in order to make the basic energy relay crystal, you need an extreme energy relay crystal. What is this then? Oh, that's also sold by someone. Okay, wrong one. If you look hard enough, you can find someone who sells it. Okay, you're coming with me. We don't need the zombie. Hey, you. Stop moving. You can eat the rest. In order to make the Draconic energy crystal, we're going to need something called crystalline dust. And yes, it's expensive. You need 4 blocks of diamonds and 1 block of lapis for each one. That's actually going to be super expensive. Yep. Okay, now it seems that we have to cheat a teeny tiny bit because I'm very low on EMC and I need tons of diamonds. Apparently, if you put 4 blaze rods around a fire dragon's heart, you will get a diamond. This is an EMC loop. It gives you 2000 per iteration, so yeah, that's not bad. We have to automate it though, and I need EMC in order to do that. Basically, every time you put in 4 blaze rods, that is an equivalent of 6000 EMC, and then you will get a diamond, which is 8000 EMC. And you just need energy condensers in order to automate it. And a crafter. I actually got this tip from a comment because it's not very intuitive. You can't find this recipe that easy. So thank you so much. And hey you, go back. Villagers are the worst. Get back in. And don't open the door. I just made myself a crafter tier 1 from RF tools. It doesn't have a horrifying recipe, you just need some yellorium. We will have a pattern and we will put it on external C so that it will keep the dragon heart inside. And as long as I'm giving it blaze rods, it should craft me stuff. Go faster. Thank you. For now, it's going to be manual until I will have enough EMC in order to make an energy condenser. I don't really have a crazy amount of EMC, but here are 2 alchemical chests. And it's weird that we could have only made 2. Ah, we're out of diamonds, okay. Then we need 16 blocks of dark matter, 16 blocks of red matter. Well, for each energy condenser, obviously. Let's have 2 energy condensers Mark 1, 1 energy condenser Mark 2. Yes. I will condense the world, don't you worry. Using the 1 energy condenser Mark 2 that we had, I kind of automated it, so we have tons of EMC now. But obviously it's not a perfect loop. We're going to have more energy condensers. Don't you worry, we can have literally 4 more, which is perfect. And for some reason I forgot that I needed 5. Okay, who cares? Now that we can make an infinite loop, let me try to make something more permanent and I'll be right back. I think here's how we're going to do this. We're going to have an energy condenser and transfer of blaze rods has to be incredibly fast, so I have 3 conduit connections. 2 of them are full of speed upgrades. Let's make more. Well, 13. I'm not picky. It has to be 15. The energy condenser is going to start duping blaze rods, and that goes inside the crafter, right? To help with the extraction, we're also going to craft blocks of diamond. No, then you're going to be internal. I'm sorry. Yeah, the blocks of diamond are going to go inside another energy condenser, and in return, it's going to craft us red matter blocks, right? Something like this, which then can be inserted to the first energy condenser on blue, and yeah. Now it's a complete loop. I'm using a block of red matter because it does have the highest EMC value, but oh boy, it's gonna be slow. Okay, it's been a while, and yeah, don't get me wrong, this is incredibly fast. Basically, this is how fast we are generating blocks of red matter, which isn't that bad. But I have been thinking, how do we make it go faster? Let's turn it off, and I already have 56 million EMC, okay. I do have extra dragon hearts, so we can go super crazy with this. Let me try to do this again. I increased the speed by a lot by adding one more energy condenser Mark II, because now we will have more size to pump in the blaze rod. Yes, I'm not using all the size at this very moment. The problem is that we need a lot of speed upgrades. And yes, I have also upgraded the crafter. I added in more hearts, so we're crafting things really fast. But we can utilize 2 more sides, and yeah. Now you see the difference. It's way faster now. Oh my goodness, that's good. With a lot more speed upgrades, well, I'm really happy with this. Look, this is how fast we're making dark matter. I switched it to dark matter because red matter, well, it took a lot of time for the energy condensers to get full. And I really want them to get full because the excess amount of dark matter that we get comes into a drawer. It has a lower priority. Honestly speaking, I think this is a decent loop. The energy condensers are almost always full, and we are also having a drawer as a buffer. So that is great. We have tons of EMC, 133 million. In the meantime, I have also been preparing some crystalline ingots, which ironically it's not a quest. That together with the corrupted stones that we did manage to find is going to give us some draconic cores. I'm so happy. That's also not a quest. Weird. Why did I get 5 extra? Oh, that was a glitch. It's gone. I was happy, and everything that we have crafted is going to give us a basic energy relay crystal. Amazing. We will have wireless technology very soon, don't you worry. We just need a crystal binder, some mana diamonds, and 1 basic energy crystal. Now we have wireless technology. I'm so happy. It doesn't really have a huge range, but we don't need wires ever again. And we should be able to have a central power station. But those are the garbage energy crystals, and I really need to upgrade them. What kind of a stupid mob has 1000 health? I don't get it. That's too much. Okay. Finally you died. What the hell is this? Healing stone. Is it like a one-time use thingy? Apparently. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, today we progressed a lot. We did manage to get the inventory panel from Ender.io. We did manage to upgrade our power system, and we have wireless technology. So with that, I think it's also a good time to wrap up the episode. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Till the next one. Bye bye. Oh, awesome. We have someone who doesn't die. Anyways, see you in the next episode.